Hey, what's up guys, Reek2K here, back with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the crazy evolution of Zion Williamson from his freshman year in high school to now going into the NBA. Also guys, before we jump right into the video, I want to address why I haven't uploaded in the last week. So basically, I got strep throat, which is a bacterial infection in your throat that makes your throat feel scratchy and sore. It sucks pretty bad and it hurts a lot, but luckily I'm on antibiotics now and I've been feeling a lot better recently, but I had to take around a week to set in, so that's why I haven't been able to upload. I'm really sorry about that guys. I wanted to upload so bad, but I couldn't because I could literally not talk. But we're back now and we're ready to upload these bangers, so let's just jump right into the video. Now from 8th grade to 9th grade, Zion Williamson grew from 5'9" to 6'3". That's pretty impressive on its own, growing from 5'9" to 6'3" in 1 year, but he had more growing to come. In his 9th grade year, he was 6'3" and 175 pounds. Here's him playing in the 9th grade with Ja Morant, the future 2nd overall pick in the NBA draft. They played AAU together, and as you see right there, Zion still had some hops to him, but no one really knew who he was, being a 6'3", not really guard, not really knowing what position he was, and 175 pounds, but he was still super athletic and had a lot of promise in the future. As a freshman on this AAU team, he averaged 25 points per game, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. However, in his sophomore season is when he made that big jump to the Zion Williamson we know him as today. In his sophomore season, he grew to 6'6" inches, and he also put on some weight as well. He weighed 220 pounds, which is pretty impressive for his sophomore in high school, and he was also bodying people. This is when his name started to get out a little bit more, but people still didn't really know about Zion Williamson and what was about to come. This right here was one of his first viral dunks. He throws the lob and Zion just completely destroys that defender. That was a crazy moment and it was all over social media. Now in Zion Williamson's junior season is really when he started to take off. There were YouTube videos of Zion that absolutely blew up, getting 2 million views on YouTube, and that is pretty insane. There's a good reason though Zion was blowing up. He was a 16-year-old doing stuff like this. That is insane to see from a 16-year-old. The world was shocked. Everyone was like, what are you feeding this kid? Because he was big, but he still had athleticism where he could do crazy dunks. He was just destroying everyone because he was too big for high school and he was too athletic. He was just too good for the high school game. In his junior season, he averaged 37 points per game, 13 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2.5 blocks per game. The competition wasn't that good though because they were playing people and they won a regional title 105-49 where Zion Williamson dropped 37 points. It was crazy. It was like he was playing against little kids. People were saying Zion could not do this against comp, but in the AAU season he absolutely dominated as well. When he played against LaMelo Ball, he scored 28 points and led his team to a 104-92 victory, and LaMelo Ball was one of the most hyped up players in high school history at the time, so for him to perform against LaMelo showed that he had the skills. Everyone was super excited to see what Zion Williamson would do in his senior season, and he definitely performed. Now in Zion's senior season, he was 6'7" and around 265 to 270 pounds, and he was an absolute beast in high school. Everyone was making jokes saying Zion Williamson was on rookie mode in my career grinding out these badges, or they were saying this was like 2K17 in the prelude when you could play high school basketball and you upgrade your character before you make it to the NBA. He was just dominant out there. In his senior season, he averaged 36 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists, and his highlights were crazy. One of his mixtapes, his senior year mixtape, has 3.2 million views. Like, Zion was able to do this in high school. That was just crazy, and he was able to do super crazy dunks like that. It was so hard not to watch Zion. He was one of the most exciting players in the country. With all this success, Zion was able to lead his high school team to their 3rd consecutive regional title, and he was selected to the McDonald's All-American game. He only scored 8 points in 17 minutes and he left with a thumb injury. This injury also caused him to miss the Jordan Brand Classic and the Nike Hoop Summit. But for his senior season, he was able to earn USA All-First Team and Mr. South Carolina Basketball. And with all this hype, he recruited to Duke University with 3 of the top players on the ESPN 100 for the class of 2018. Those players were RJ Barrett, Zion himself, and Cam Reddish. And Duke was going to be crazy, but no one knew how crazy it was going to be for Zion Williamson. The talk going into Zion's freshman season at Duke is he good enough to play at the college level? He was able to play in high school, but will he be able to compete with the bigs in the NCAA? Zion was definitely able to prove that he was able to compete, averaging 23 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. Even though he was in college and the competition was better and the players were bigger, it was still like he was playing against kids sometimes. He put his weight up to 285 pounds, but it wasn't like he was fat or anything. All of that was muscle, and he was a scary force to go against. With that weight, he also had a crazy athleticism and vertical, so he became one of the top players in the NCAA, and one of the most popular NCAA players we have ever seen. Zion went from, the casual high school basketball fan knowing him, to every single sports fan, it seemed like, knowing who he was. With the Lakers not performing as well this season, the LeBron hype kind of went down, and the Zion hype instantly replaced that. The media was talking about Zion like crazy. It seemed like almost every other take was about Zion Williamson. Unfortunately, in March Madness, they lost in the Elite Eight. But after that, Zion was still the consensus #1 pick in the NBA draft and the #1 player in college basketball. He won the National Player of the Year, and he was ready to leave Duke and declare for the 2019 NBA draft. In the first pick of the 2019 NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans selected Zion Williamson. He only played one game in the Summer League, however, because in the first game, he scored 11 points, but then he went down with an injury. It doesn't look too serious though, and he was dominating out in the Summer League, looking bigger than everyone out there. There's a picture of Zion Williamson this summer, looking kind of big, but he is still listed at 285 pounds, but we don't know exactly how much he weighs, but the listed weight is still 285. Anyway guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. Zion's evolution has been crazy. How do you guys think he'll do in the NBA? Do you think he'll be a bust, or do you think he'll succeed? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, I hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you're watching this, and peace.